You can see here when they come from zoos, you get a full health certificate and you get pit tags. So these animals have pit tags. What's exciting about this is this turtle was living with a bobcat, and I guess the bobcat and the turtle were interacting too much. What's going on, everybody? Hanging out here at the new pond that we haven't seen much of. It's actually been vacant for quite a while. I'm doing a clean out of Sophia's pond, and yesterday I drained that pond all the way down, got some African cichlids that we had, and I threw them in here, some offspring. We've inoculated this pond with some African cichlids again, and that'll be great. But today we got an unboxing. We got a lot happening here. Basically, we got a delivery last night from the friends of ours at the Maryland Zoo. They had some turtles that they had to find new homes for. Of course, I was introduced to them. It's a species I love. We're gonna meet them right now. Pileosus subniger, the East African black mud turtle. Check it out. This is so cool. We got 5 of these guys. How awesome is that? These are beautiful. These guys are actually found in East Africa. They and their subspecies can be also found in Mauritius, as they are an introduced population. They're found in Madagascar, different subspecies. Wow, what a heavy turtle. This is a very healthy animal. You'll notice right away that these animals have a hinge. You see that? So they actually have a hinge on their plastron, and that's what separates them from the other type of mud turtle in Africa, Paleomedusa, I believe it's called. And they do not have a hinge, but these guys do. So in this genus, you can find them having a hinge. So there's the first one, very awesome. We're gonna leave this open. I'm gonna go ahead and combine them. You can see here when they come from zoos, they give you these, you get a full health certificate and you get pit tags. So these animals have pit tags. That's their ID. Okay, so very, very cool. I saved these tags and put them in my files, which is very important. So we'll just hold on to these, put those right over here. I have a file with all the animals that come from zoos, and I keep that on record. Look at this. Now they're kind of a drab turtle, but they've got a lot of cool behaviors. In the wild, these guys will actually hunt birds. They will pull down in unison birds and other larger animals. Everything in Africa is pretty tough. This is a male. You can tell by the longer tail. So let's see what this one is. That's a female. We got a male and a female right there. Gonna put this back on. Yeah, so they'll actually hunt in unison, and they'll inhabit lakes and streams with muddy bottoms, things like that. Mud turtles. They'll estivate during the dry season, where they can lay motionless for quite some time in a state of dormancy. Then when the rains come, they kind of get active again. They'll also, you know, just live in these pools that are drying up. They'll just be in mass in a lot of pools. You'll also find them near crocodilians, like the Nile crocodile. Look at the size of this gal. Holy smokes, this is a big turtle. That is awesome. Wow. Real nice and heavy. Yeah, you might have seen these guys in documentaries where they are taking down birds. It's kind of interesting. Really cool behavior on these animals. So what do we got here? Oh, looks like another female. The females are going to be larger than the males. Yes, sirree. Look at that. And they've got kind of a more of a domed carapace here. But they are really, really cool. That is awesome. So these guys have been at the Maryland Zoo for many, many years. And they're now coming to Kamp Kenan, where they'll retire. And of course, they're going to be living in the new pond. We've got a nice wall around here. They may wander around on land a bit, but they'll figure out that the pond is the place. We also have another turtle that we'll get to here momentarily, guys. I want to get these guys in the water first and dialed in. Okay, another African mud turtle. All right. So it looks to me like we've got 1.4. Let's see. I think it's 1.4. Yeah, 1.4. So 1 male to 4 females. That's what that ratio means. All right, where do we... Let's go over by the beach, and we'll start letting them in the water by the beach. These are going to be turtles that are living in this area. I think they'll be very happy here. So here we go. Awesome. We got some algae. Might want to look at all these little snail. So there's plenty of food for these guys to eat in this pond, which is great. Lots of food. They're gonna be omnivores, these guys. They'll eat meat, they'll eat vegetation, they're gonna eat the pellets, and they tame up. They make very good captives. They do very well in captivity, so I'm pretty excited about them. We have some serrated mud turtles in our large pond out back. And who knows, these guys may wind up in that eventually, but I love to keep the animals, check them out for a while. But who knows where they'll end up. This is cool though. Let's see. Let's see. Get on in there. Awesome. Our first turtle's released. We'll get some underwater shots of these guys here in a little bit. They go right in, huh? They are not wasting any time. So cool. It's awesome to have some African turtles here at the camp. Hello, lady. Take a breath. It's nice to let them go on a beach. They can take a breath and then kind of get into the deeper water. What a beautiful place. So we've got African cichlids and African turtles. I'm digging that. Very, very cool. All right, here's another big old girl. Go on, lady. That is so cool. Go on. Haha. All right, and then the male. Get that male in there. You gonna go? Go on one. There he goes. Excellent. Oh, that's so cool. Loving this. So we've got our African turtles in the pond. Okay, now, you know there's more. There's always more here. And let me just get this organized a little bit. What's exciting about this is we have a turtle. We love these turtles here at the camp. I know you guys appreciate them. This turtle was living with a bobcat. And I guess the bobcat and the turtle were interacting too much. Now this is a very old animal, and they were sad to see her go, but I'm kind of stoked to have her. You ready? Check it out. It's a common snapping turtle. It is a really old and chubby common snapper. Are you in a good mood? Are you a friendly snapper? We're gonna put her in this pond also because she'll be able to do real well in here. This is so cool. Whoa, yeah, she's a snapper, all right. All right, I'm gonna need two hands, guys. Let me put you up here. I'll put you guys right up on this post, and I'll pick her up with two hands because we're gonna need to. Oh yeah, she's angry. She's not happy with being, she's not happy with being in a transport situation. And you can see that reduced plastron right there. She's chunky. She's a chunky monkey. Whoa, she's doing a snapper thing. Now she's a female, not the biggest gal I've ever seen, but this is probably her full size at the moment. I don't think she's gonna get much bigger or bigger at all. She is an old animal. So very cool. Holy smokes, guys. We've got some new animals at the camp. I'm gonna go ahead, bring her over here, but I gotta get you guys to come. Whoa, gotta get you guys to come with me. Holy smokes. Let's go ahead. Oh my gosh, that head, you can really see. She can nail me if she wanted. Oh my God, here it is. Oh, I don't want to get bit. Oh my God, that's so crazy. All right, let's go over here. Put her down. Whoa, whoa, you are tough. Whoa, you are a tough lady. Oh, she got me. She got my boot. Oh my gosh, and that's just what snapping turtles do. She don't want to hurt anybody. She's just nervous. And when you get these animals out of the water, that's when they become defensive. I won't say aggressive because they're not aggressive. They're defensive. So once we get her in the water, she should calm down, and she'll have herself a nice pond with some inhabitants. Not worried about her doing anything to them. because they're a tough species also. They live with crocodiles, for crying out loud. And we're gonna keep her well fed, as you can see. She's not been missing many meals. She'll get some good exercise here at the camp, and it should be a good situation for her. We're gonna go back over to that beach, so I'm gonna have to put you guys in the old mouth here. Let's do it while I pick her up. So there'll be no talking. Okay, here we go. Okay. Holy smokes, up. Water, there's water. Go on. Look at her backing into that water. Go on, lady, get in that water, will you? That's a beautiful turtle, though. I like snapping turtles. Maybe she'll become as friendly as Marge, although I'm not so sure. Here she goes. Go on, little lady. Oh, that's so cool. A nice big enclosure for her. And look, she wants to go hide immediately. Holy smokes. So there you have our new recruits here at the camp. Oh, look at this little Cuban tree frog. Okay. Let's go wander and see what else is happening. Then what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll go ahead into the pond and we'll see how these animals are adjusting. Let's give them a little time, but I want to check the rest of this out. Things are starting to grow, guys. We got some rain finally. So all of the plants, here's our little cycad from the mountainous regions of Belize. And I'm really excited about this. This is our elephant palm. That's starting to grow, as is the smaller one over there. So this will be a huge palm tree with large fronds sweeping out over the wetland. So we'll give it a few years. And then of course, we've got tree ferns, which I love. We've got some succulents, and we've got our African tortoise. We've got Lumpy. So with the exception of our snapping turtle in here, who does not have a name, we got to name her. Unless she has a name no one's told me about. But yeah, we are going to have a really cool habitat for these animals. They'll wander around. We've got fish in there. You know, I'm going to be feeding them the pellets. And once again, another incredible habitat built by our friends at Aquascape. So really pleased. Everything is secure here. And these animals are going to be nice and contained. So who knows, maybe we'll get some offspring from these guys. That would be really cool. In the meantime, I've been draining. I filled the pond up, Sophia's pond up. You rinse it, drain it again, fill it up. I drained it just now. You got to do this every 6 months down here in Florida. We've had a lot of sediment get in the bottom of it. All right, it looks like it might be a little clogged up. So I've just got to come over here, jiggle the pump a little bit, gently stand on that. Let's see what's going on with that pump. Oh yeah, there's something going on. Let's see. There we go. Now hopefully we've got water coming out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and contend with this, get this dialed, and then we're going to get in the new pond, see what those turtles are doing. All right, see you in a minute. All right, let's get underwater and see what we can find, what these turtles are up to, okay? So you guys watch from here, and we're going underwater. Well, so cool to see these new arrivals here at the camp. Really pleased and excited to watch them and watch their behavior as we get to spend more and more time with them. It's also nice to have some life back in this pond. We've allowed it to kind of mature. Lots of snails in here. These guys are gonna love that. And algae, as well as the fish we've included. So they'll breed like crazy, and we'll have a myriad of colors in here of African cichlids. So I'm really, really psyched. And also stoked to have my boyhood favorite turtle represented in here as well. Hopefully she gets as friendly as Marge. You guys got some names for her, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan, and we'll see you guys on another backyard adventure here at the camp. See you guys.